Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And according to rumors, Disney has plans to put a woman in the Fantastic Four, make her gay, and make it lame.
No, we don't know about the other two. We know the first part.
Yeah,
is the rumor.
This is a rumor. But
it's not that far-fetched.
Given the way Disney is lately, given the way the MCU is lately, it's very plausible that they could replace the Silver Surfer with a woman.
Given that the Silver Surfer's been a woman before.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's you have to consider that too.
We have Nova, which is Frankie Ray, which is another Herald of Galactus. They could go that route. That would make a lot more sense. But and then they turned Aunt May, I guess, into a Herald of Galactus at one point too. So
yes, I know. Someone said that about that, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. So we'll see if Marissa Tomei's got her contract renewed.
Oh, I mean, if they made her look like that, I'm sure people would tune in.
Oh, I'm sure they would. Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Speaking of woohoo, we're at almost 700 backers on Shadowbinders Volume 3. You only have a day or two left on this one, and we're going to close it out for now. And this is how you secure a copy of Volume 3 coming next summer. Just so you know, it is coming next summer.
And we are going to find a way that people that are overseas can get one too. We just haven't, come up with what we're doing yet.
Yeah.
Kickstarter maybe, but we might do Crimson Run first. We'll see.
Yeah. So Shopify for some reason did not like certain countries. And I'm not sure why. I got to look into that. I think it just depends on, what we're using to ship it with. I'm still learning the ins and outs of doing campaigns through the website, but I'm pretty happy with the results so far. We got to bypass Indiegogo. I'm not real happy with Indiegogo, so whatever. But thank you very much for the support. ShopClownfish.com. Last day. So let's talk about this again. Rumor, but nothing would surprise me because Marvel just keeps stepping in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you expected a one-to-one adaptation of the Fantastic Four or the X-Men from current year Disney, I don't think that's what we're gonna get.
We didn't usually get it back then either, though.
No, but they've at least tried, right? They've tried. Like I said before about the previous Fantastic Four movies, not the super serious one. I didn't watch that one, but the ones before, they got like half the casting right. They did get the Silver Surfer right. They did get Johnny Storm right. They did get Ben Grimm right. And that's about it. That's basically it. That's who they got right. But if this is true, it's not going to go over very well because the Silver Surfer is an iconic superhero in his own right. And he's had many series, his own series after he broke away from Galactus. And again, when we've got female heralds of Galactus on standby, like Frankie Ray.
I'm saying if they just make that character in the movie like that, there'll be a lot of men that show up. I'm sure a lot of women that show up too.
Oh, she won't like
if they want people to show up, she should.
She will be morbidly obese.
She'll look like a Starfire's daughter.
Oh my God, she will. Yeah. Now, I mean, so hypothetically speaking, if they did, I could see them being like, okay, we're going to use Nova instead as the Herald of Galactus, and we'll have the Fantastic Four team up with the Silver Surfer.
See, that would be a win-win.
Then you get the hero angle for the Silver Surfer. But the whole thing about the Silver Surfer's arc is he went from being the guy who spotted food for Galactus to becoming his own person, and then Galactus got other heralds, but I don't know. They're gonna mess this up. They'll mess this up somehow. I wonder if Galactus will just be like a giant head that just eats plant, like Pac-Man.
Is it going to be better than the Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Maybe he'll be like, okay, so we got Patton Oswalt to play Galactus, and he's just a big giant yellow head that just eats.
MODOK.
Oh my God. So this comes from Screen Geek. Silver Surfer, Marvel's Fantastic Four reboot, reportedly a woman. Reportedly, this is a rumor, but
Again, it is a rumor. I want to make sure that's clear.
Every time we think it's too stupid to happen, Disney's like, no, we're totally going to do that.
Disney's like, we're learning our lessons, honest. Sure.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Well, that's the thing. So I am wondering, this is probably pre-South Park. I wonder if they've in pre-Marvel's bombing at the box office. All you got to do, Disney, I know you're listening. All you got to do is just stick close to the comics, the good comics, the classic comics, Fantastic Four, X-Men. If you get Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Spider-Man right, that is all you need for a fully functional MCU.
But that's so much harder than it sounds.
It is.
Because it's Disney.
Yeah, so insider Jeff Snyder claims as much that they will cast a woman while discussing the alleged cast members in talks for Fantastic Four.
Of course they will, because there was talks they were going to make like Sue Storm the lead and everything else.
Yeah, you can expect to see a female Silver Surfer. Again, if it is Frankie Ray and not Norrin Rad, that makes sense. But people want Norrin Rad because he's a Silver Surfer, man. He's got his own comics. He has his own cartoon. He had action figures. This lines up with previous reports that Marvel decided to gender swap the iconic comic book character. And to be fair, they've taken the opportunity to do so with characters in the past. They have.
But they've also done it. But they also, it's not new. Like they didn't invent the idea of like, they did the same thing. Like, finally we have a woman Captain Marvel. And it's like, but yeah, you had Monica Rambeau who was black and you could have gone even more. You know what I mean? It's already been established in the comics. It was already diverse. It was already inclusive. It wasn't like you just made this up for diversity and inclusion, like hot damn. It's already been done.
That's the thing. People are like, wait, a female Herald of Galactus is like,
actually,
I think there's multiple.
Done.
Yeah, it's been done multiple times. As for the Silver Surfer, the comic book iteration is originally a young astronomer named Norrin Rad. He's a humanoid alien with metallic skin and, well, not first, and the ability to essentially surf through space. He's a herald for Galactus, and he searches for plants Galactus can consume originally, and then he broke away from Galactus. This leads him to Earth, and he meets the Fantastic Four, and a very, very, very famous storyline that they botched in the movies, the coming of Galactus, and it could have been so much better. But now it's going to be a woman, so it'll be Nora Rad.
NORAD. It's
NORAD!
Right. Once upon a time, she worked at NORAD. Now
Once upon a time.
No, this is.
I hope.
Is it probably true? Yeah. I mean, have we had, Heralds of Galactus that were women before? Yeah, not the Silver Surfer per se, but you know what I'm saying. And it's like, so it's not new, but they'll spin it like, we finally made it diverse.
They were talking that they were going to make Ben Grimm a woman.
I heard that too, yes.
Ben Grimm's going to be a black dude, which I've heard that one too.
Because, it's just like an orc. You look at that and you say black person.
Yeah, I know, right? They made Johnny Storm black in the last one, which I guess I didn't watch the last movie because it looked like it was way too serious, but apparently they explained it like he was like a half brother or something. I don't know. But like, it's not hard to get this one right. Like nobody's been able to get the Fantastic Four right except for Brad Bird with The Incredibles. But this is not a hard, actually of all the Marvel properties, getting the Fantastic Four right is probably the easiest damn thing you could do.
But they won't.
I mean, this is the start of the Marvel Comics universe as we know it. The modern, Silver Age.
They got Star Wars, and George Lucas gave them treatments for the
silver
sequels
platter.
On a silver platter. You guys like they'd have to try darn hard to fuck it up. Here we are.
Yeah. So this bothers me too. They said this is what is known so far. They said the Fantastic Four is going to join the MCU as part of the Multiverse saga. The Fantastic Four reboot will skip the origin story and introduce the team as an active presence in the multiverse, setting up future crossover events. But the thing is, their origin basically birthed the Marvel Comics as we know it. Like, they got everything ass backwards. Mm-hmm. They should have started with the Fantastic Four, started with Spider-Man, started with X-Men, and then branched out and no, they kind of got it backwards, And I don't know. I think they're going to do something.
Pedro Pascal, which is another terrible idea for a casting choice on that character.
Bad idea. Even John Krasinski, like he's okay, but like I don't. He's too everyman. I mean, the thing with Reed Richards is he can be a complete and total asshole. I mean, I personally think Hugh Laurie, but he's way too old now. But like 20 years ago, he would have been perfect. Because Reed Richards can be a dick. I mean, he's a nice guy.
Oh, so that's why you relate to him.
I never said I related to him.
Oh, I'm saying you did. You said he was a dick.
Well, yeah, he is a dick. He can make it.
You always tell everybody you're a big dick.
I am a big dick. I'm sure he can be a big dick too. He literally can turn his body into a big dick shaped, because he can bend and stretch everything. Okay. That's how he keeps Sue mostly happy, except when she's not. But
she doesn't want to do anything. She just turns invisible and he can't find her. He's like, I've got a headache excuse. Whoops, I'm not home.
I'm not here. I'm just disappearing. Just pretend I'm not here. Well, then they're talking they're going to do the whole like love triangle between Reed Richards and Namor. Oh, I'm sorry. Namor. Like none of this is going to work. Like, look, just freaking my personal opinion, this is my personal, nobody wants my opinions, right? Disney's not going to. My personal opinion is you wait to introduce the Fantastic Four until after you reboot, do a hard reset of the Marvel universe after Secret Wars. And then be like, or explain them with like, okay, they're bringing Doctor Doom in, just be like, oh yeah, somehow Doctor Doom erased the Fantastic Four from this timeline, but they actually exist everywhere else. And then do a hard reset. And you introduce them in the 1960s. You introduce them in the 1960s and you do like a retro futuristic thing. And then you lead into the Marvel universe or whatever. Oh, they've been trapped. That was the rumor. They were going to be like trapped in the quantum zone or something in all this time. But that doesn't make sense with the current MCU either. Cause they're like, oh yeah, Iron Man's like the first superhero, except for, Captain Marvel and except for Ant-Man 1. And except for all these other characters, Captain America, except for all these.
I know, right?
But that would be the way to do it, I think. Just wait. Just reset the whole damn thing because this version of the MCU is completely fucked. Okay? You can't unfuck it. So just reset it and introduce them in the new version and then introduce the Fantastic Four and the X-Men organically and kind of build out from there. That would be my personal opinion, because I don't think you can shoehorn them into the existing MCU at this point. Mm-mm. And they'll make sure that Reed Richards takes a back seat to Riri Williams. She has to be smarter than Reed
she has
Richards.
to be smarter than everybody.
Yeah, she has to be smarter than everybody. She probably figures out how to like break him out of quantum jail or wherever the hell they are at this point. But yeah, Galactus is trending. Everybody's like, hey, yeah, you don't need to change anything.
Right, because it's already been done.
It's already been done.
I know.
All these sites that know nothing about comics ran with that thinking it meant Silver Surfer.
Right.
No, the thing is Silver Surfer is the brand. You know what I'm
they're
saying?
basically saying they're gonna gender swap the Silver Surfer is what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're not saying a Herald of Galactus. And my next thing is that if they do that, then they didn't need to. They already had female versions of the not the same thing. You know what I mean? The female Herald they could have used.
Yes. I personally think if you're gonna, well, one, I'm like, why would you introduce Galactus this early into the damn storyline? Because you gotta set the Fantastic Four first. But if you're gonna do it, just go ahead and I would introduce both of them. And that might be what they're thinking. Personally, I hope to God they go stand in the corner. Kevin Feige goes and stands in the corner. Bob puts him in the corner and he thinks about what he's done and be like, okay, Kevin, how are we gonna fix the MCU? Because look at the receipts for the Marvels. Look at the viewership on the Disney Plus shows. We can't fuck this one up, Kevin. Do you really think it's a good idea to go gender swap and race swap and all these characters when it's money in the bank if we just adhered to the comic books? You really think it's a good idea?
Give Kathleen a talking to first, but here we,
Yeah, go slap Kathy and come back for Kevin. Like your sister's in her room. You're in trouble too. I already talked to her. Now I'm talking.
We see another K, and then we have a KKK.
Oh my God, no! We can't do that. Not at the House of Mouse. All right, are we gonna wrap this up?
Yep.
All right, so there it is, guys. Another rumor. I hope to God doesn't happen, and who the hell knows what's gonna happen? Because I think it's all up in the air at this point. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.